everyone, I made some lemony lamb coconut cake. I love that this recipe is using lemon curd and coconut flakes in the actual cake batter. It tastes like lemony coconut flavored clouds. And I love this adorable sleeping lamb face. It makes me feel sort of relaxed just from looking at it. Using a stand mixer in the largest bowl, cream together butter, sugar, lemon curd, lemon juice, and a zest of lemons. It was a lazy day, so for me, I just used this pre-squeezed lemon juice and pre-made lemon curd, and on low speed with a paddle attachment for 5 minutes. Stop and scrape the bowl and mix for 1 more minute. In a large bowl, sift together flour, baking powder, and salt, basically all the dry ingredients. Set this bowl aside, and in another bowl whisk together the eggs, milk, and vanilla. This may sound a little complicated, but alternate the milk mix and the dry ingredients into the creamed butter in 3 stages. So we basically take turns adding in the milk and flour, giving the batter some time to absorb everything. Be sure to stop the mixer and lift it up so you don't get flour everywhere like I did. Divide the flour and the milk mix up in your head, 3 parts each, and give it enough time till the licks combine to add in the next part. I know, it's like really tempting to just dump it all in there, but these little tedious steps are really crucial for fluffy, yummy cakes. This batter was amazing. Behind the camera, I was just eating out of the mixer bowl. Don't forget to scrape the bowl every now and then and get the bottoms. Lastly, but don't forget this, stir in the coconut flakes. Bake these in a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit in 2 8-inch pans lined with parchment paper or brown paper bags. Bake this for 40 to 45 minutes or until it passes the toothpick test. We're making fluffy Swiss meringue buttercream, which is whisking egg whites and sugar together over a double boiler until the temperature hits 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Throw this all into a stand mixer with a whisk attachment and whisk until the egg whites have become stiff and doubled in size, and the bowl of the mixer is room temperature and no longer hot or warm when you touch it. Cut up the butter into cubes, gradually add in the butter in 4 parts, and stir this for 15 seconds each. There is regular basic buttercream, Italian meringue, and the Swiss meringue. The Swiss buttercream is probably my most favorite of all buttercreams, probably because it uses a ridiculous amount of butter, and I love butter. Beat this until it's light and fluffy. Don't forget to scrape the bowl and add in the vanilla. It may look like it's curdling, but you just need to keep whipping this up. Gently remove the cake from the pans once it's cold, running a knife around the edges. I'm using a cake leveler from Wilton to split this cake in half, but you can also use a bread knife. If you would like a more detailed 20-minute video on cake leveling and frosting, you can watch my other video, but this is just going to be a quick explanation. I'm using a 21-star tip from Wilton, and I'll be using this to make the rosette design and basically on the entire cake really. I'm piping some frosting around the cake. This is called a dam that keeps the filling from squeezing out from the cake. I'm going to be a little generous and go around 3 times because we're using lemon curd for a filling and I'm worried it'll drip out. Just spoon on the lemon curd and smooth it out. Place on a cake layer and add more buttercream to this, but for this layer I'm going to add on buttercream for the filling because I want more of this buttercream in here, so I'm just piping on a circle of buttercream and filling it up. Place on a cake layer, and for the last layer I'm going to add lemon curd, so I'm triple damming this again and smoothing out the lemon curd. There are a bunch of cracks in my cake, so I'm going to be taking a piping bag and I'm just going to go over the cracks with some frosting. Like I said already, this isn't going to be a very detailed explanation, but just crumb coat the entire cake Then add a thick layer of frosting on the top. Pipe on rosettes going in a circle and another circle going around it in the opposite direction. If it makes it any easier for you, you could make them all in the same direction. Going onto the top of the cake, I'll be piping the same design. Rosettes around the cake in a circle. And I'm piping some reverse shells around sort of the hairline of the sheep just to frame the face. You sort of build on one spot and twist it over, and you just keep doing this over and over, but each shell has to twist the opposite direction. I sort of had to think for a little bit which direction I was going, and there was an awkward pause in between. I dyed some of the frosting black and pink. Because of the high fat content, it's a little hard to mix this. This is just a Ziploc bag that I'm using to pipe this out with the ends snipped off. And I piped on a sleeping U for the eyes and some eyelashes. If you have some marshmallows laying around, you could use that for the ears. But I actually have some meringue cookies that I made the other day that I thought would be perfect for this cake, and I just attached it onto the head. But if you'd like to watch the video on how I made these meringue cookies, I'll put a link down below. They're super yummy and probably worth making anyways. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my social media sites down below. I really love this cake. It's so adorable. It reminds me of spring, and I love lemon cakes. And bye!